I'm Amy Cherry. I'm the editor from Norton, and I'll speak mostly from Norton's standpoint, or at least starting with. Lester is going to have to help me with all of this. But I think we've just figured out that you've been publishing with Norton for 40 years, which is just wonderful, I think, on both our parts, and been particularly exciting for Norton. It's always been kind of the ideal book for us in that we publish both for the average reader and also for students. And all of Lester's books and all the institutes he's founded, their books go both ways. And it's so wonderful to have a work that should be read by everyone, and that we know generations of students have been reading, generations of policy advisors, and I had a little bit of knowing this myself, which when my son was, I think, a senior in high school, he took an environmental studies course and one of the books they had to read was, and I can't tell you which edition, one of the Plan Bs. And it was, I had the new Plan B, but they didn't. And both the fact that my son was being required to read this book was so exciting, and also going to the parent-teacher conference and walking in with the new edition of Plan B. That did not hurt my son's grade, but it was also just what I was really exciting was his teacher was looking at me, and I said, yes, I'm Lester Brown's editor, and he was in awe, just totally in awe that I knew Lester. And that he had this book, just probably 2 weeks ahead of everyone else. But that's the kind of impact that the books have had, and that we've been so excited to share at Norton. Lester doesn't remember how he came to Norton, and unfortunately, the president at that time is no longer with us.
I just remembered.
Oh, good. Then you can tell the story.
I had written a book on the growing interdependence among countries called World Without Borders. And I think I had just sent the manuscript to 5 publishers. And Random House responded first. This is not the way you're supposed to do it, by the way. But anyhow, Random House responded first, so I accepted. And then George Brockway from Norton, President Norton, contacted me, indicated an interest. But he said that even though they couldn't do this book, they would like to see the next one. So I sent it to him, and it's been Norton ever since.
Well, that's a great story. And
marriage made in heaven.
Yes, we think so. And just say I am Lester's second editor, so I haven't been there. So I think I've only been there for half the time, for 20 years now. And I have to say I'm very grateful for the digital era, because we used to get the manuscript and then run as fast as we could to get it into production and get it out of production into being a book. And I remember that there was at least once, if not twice, where Lester would say, so if we sent it overnight mail, would somebody be there on Saturday to get it? And I had to assure him that 2-day mail would be fine and somebody would be there on Monday. Because even if I got it, there would be no one to give it to. And now it just comes in quickly. The digital era is wonderful, and I think we go even faster than we used to. So that's a delight, and I have a few less worries about how it gets produced.